Hi, my name is Pedro.
Hi, I'm Benedict.
I'm Guilherme.
Hi, I'm Pedro.
My name is Manuel.
Hi, I'm Niels.
Hi, I'm Pedro, and together we are the Gama Team. So the Gama Team started because as Freiheit started in Lisbon, Stefan and Claudia, our founders, they decided that it made no sense to hire managers to run the hub. So instead what they did is that they took a group of very cool and amazing engineers from Hamburg and they moved them to Lisbon for the first years.
And so them together with a couple of engineers also from Lisbon, we formed at the time what was called a starter team. And this team essentially was responsible for setting up the culture of the office. So to make sure that we were growing to a hub which had the same standards, which had the same culture that we had in Hamburg.
The name Gama comes from Baixo da Gama, just because that was kind of the idea also of the team, right? It's kind of an exploration, it's Freiheit growing from Hamburg, coming to Lisbon.
They were essentially the pioneers of the Lisbon hub, to kind of like discover this nice hub and to kind of like set the boundaries or new boundaries for Freiheit.com here in Portugal.
I was in the company for over a year when I was asked if I could imagine myself going to Lisbon to start a hub there. And I said yes, and then I was on a plane at some point going to Lisbon and start a hub there. So my motivation to do it probably was, if I look back, that I was one of 140 in Hamburg. And in Lisbon, I would have been 1 out of 4. And I think that really drove me to just do it.
When I joined Freiheit, I was excited by the opportunity to join a company that was starting a new hub in Lisbon. There were very few engineers and I could really make an impact. And then when I joined the Gama team, I was still like a young engineer, but I was given an opportunity. This was also a proof of trust. And then I was looking forward to leaving my impact, not only on my work, but on the whole hub, on the whole company.
When I joined, we were in a much smaller office space than we have currently. We had a lot less infrastructure and we did not have an office manager. So we had nobody to take care of the day-to-day needs of the office itself. So we were the ones taking care of this.
As the hub was starting, and the Gama team, together with our co-founder Claudia, was shaping it, she made sure that she was not just a co-founder of Freiheit, but she was a member of the Lisbon community. As the Gama team, this is really one of the key things that we learned, which is there are no managers at Freiheit. There are only members of the community.
Claudia used to put the vision as to be on the same eye level as Hamburg. We are closer and closer to that vision from Claudia.
We have this beautiful opportunity that we're not growing completely on a green field, but we actually have Hamburg as kind of like a sibling and partner hub that gives us a lot of experience already. This gives us the opportunity to actually grow faster than if we would be completely alone. But this of course needs to be fostered. So someone needs to take care that the exchange actually happens. And this is also why I am here. I think this is kind of like very personal for me and I really enjoy doing that and contributing to that.
So as I'm now in Hamburg, I of course cannot do the day-to-day work, right? Because I'm just not in Lisbon, but I see myself also as the bridge between Lisbon and Hamburg to make sure that both hubs don't drift apart. And I'm also the oldest one in the team, so I'm also see myself a bit as the senior and a mentor of the guys.
It's really nice seeing how colleagues developed it themselves over time. You can really see how people grew as they got more responsibility in the company. And that's, I think, something special here. It's a really nice place, not just for engineering, but just for growth of character.
We want people to truly understand what they're doing and that they lead another group of people to doing the right thing. And for me, at the core, this is the embodiment of for engineers by engineers. Engineers run the show, engineers perform the show, engineers make the customer successful.
When I look into the Lisbon hub, the word that comes to mind is unity.
And just this feeling that people protect each other and they're all in the same boat and we're working together. That definitely is something that you carry along Freiheit. Yeah.
I would say that one of the purposes of the Gama team now is making sure that this mindset is not lost in Lisbon. That we can grow and we can still transfer the very important mindset that makes us so great into the newbies so that they can then do the same thing to their newbies.
Being part of the Gama team gave me the opportunity to actually interact with every engineer here in the Lisbon hub. We had like a lot of newbies over the last years. Seeing them grow and kind of like being part of that, there's kind of like now the first generation that started as newbies in Lisbon that are now mentors, team leads, and kind of like teaching what I taught them back in the days. I think that's kind of like making me very proud to see.
As in life typically is, if you look into a result of something, it looks like how do you arrive there? How do you arrive growing an office to 60 people in Lisbon?
Yes, I feel proud for what we built here.
When I look back to where we were 6 years ago and where we are right now, it's always an impressive achievement, let's say. We actually did a lot, we grew a lot, but we also hired excellent people and we have a strong community. This is something that I'm very proud of. It's also something that I tell my friends and family that I've helped build.
So I envision a very bright future for Freiheit in Lisbon. I think we will keep growing, and also we will keep being one of the coolest places you can work in tech. And I think in the future there will be a time where Freiheit will be one of the most well-known tech companies in Portugal, where everybody just wants to work in it.